Hi all, welcome to this first Hibs video for a long while. Been for slacking on this, but basically, as you can tell by the thumbnail, we have a new manager in the form of Paul Heckingbottom, the former Barnsley and Leeds manager. So if you could smash links, would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at G is a legend. All the links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. And I know this won't obviously appeal to all the Hibs fans, but welcome to smash the notification bell so you know when uploads are up on the channel. So basically, I thought I would show roughly the squad that we've now got since the January window. Obviously Neil Lennon's departure, and the team has kind of changed more interestingly since then. Practically, we've brought in quite a few new players. We brought in Ryan Golden from Sporting Lisbon. That was probably a very interesting piece of business. Then Omeniga from Genoa, Johnson from Leicester, McNulty from Reading, which could be another shrewd piece of business, and Bigliarama from Motherwell, formerly of Newcastle, so could happen. Obviously we've got a bit of an injury crisis in a sense, with Achapong constantly injured, Porteous out to the end of the season, Boyle out till next season, but then you've got obviously players like Whittaker who, yes, they've done well in their career, but at times Whittaker obviously just leaves a bit of doubt. And it's like, for me, the starting 11 could go anywhere, like 3-5-2, 4-4-2, 4-1-2-1-2. I honestly don't know. It'll be interesting to see how Heckingbottom sets up the team. I just did a rough 3-5-2 as a guide. The thing is, he'll know Stevie Mallon because he bought Mallon from St Mirren, so there's definitely, he'll know how Mallon operates, so hopefully he can get the best out of Mallon. Like kind of what we saw in the first, like the Europa League games especially. I know they were maybe not the best acid test, but it got us at least a little bit excited about Stevie Mallon, and hopefully Gold maybe playing him just behind the back two, front two even, of like if it's Sean Camberry or Camberry and McNulty or Sean McNulty, depending on how he sets up, as long as he doesn't play one up front. I think personally, I get the feeling if Gray is at right back, he'll really get the kind of freedom to just go and attack down the wings. You kind of need Horgan to do the same. Like, if it was me personally, I would probably go a back four, and it would go Stevenson, Hanlon, McGregor and Gray, and then obviously depending what we've got fitness wise and youth wise, we might end up playing sometimes Milligan at centre half, Johnson, Mackey even at like centre half or left back, depending on what we have. Then like your midfield would probably be Horgan, Mallon, Milligan, Gold. But then your problem is you're kind of stretched, because if you're going like say 4-4-2, you can't really then play. You don't really want to play Gold on right wing. You'd rather play him at midfield, like just behind the two strikers. So you might then play something like a 4-3-1-2. Where you kind of have, like, say Horgan to like the furthest left, maybe say Mallon to the furthest right, and Milligan in the centre being the anchor, and then Gold just being behind the front two. There's, as I said, we won't know until we have our first few games under Heckingbottom, what he kind of sets us up like in terms of formation, in terms of what players he's using, because for us now, is it a case of trying to get to 6? Is it a case of just trying to stay well away from relegation? It's going to be very, very interesting come between now and the end of the season. It's just became one of those seasons where I think it started off so brightly, we were all full of optimism, and then since the Edinburgh derby, kind of the wheels have came off the bus, and it's a bit of a shame really. It's like, I know we've got the cup run still to give us a lot of excitement against Celtic. You never know, we might get a result against Celtic at Easter Road, and to be honest, I actually would still fancy us to get a result. We were unlucky at times against them not so long ago, so I feel hopeful that we can maybe get a little bit of form. Like, for all we know, if we beat Celtic, suddenly you're at Hampden and you've got maybe a chance of winning a cup, like the Scottish Cup. Could you imagine that? 2 and 3 years, that would be quality. Like, we had Stubbs obviously won us it, and you never know, someone else that we had no expectations of suddenly does it again for us. You just never know. But as I said, folks, let me know in the comments below, for the Hibs fans that are football fans, or even the Scottish football fans that maybe watch the channel, what do you think that could see happen with Hibs in due course. So because smash the links, would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at G is a legend. Take easy off. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.